Welcome to the Etsy Entrepreneur Podcast, where sellers can get help starting, building, and growing their Etsy business so that they can make extra money pursuing their passion. Are you ready to get the tips and strategies you need to be successful? Then let's get started. Here is your host, a top 1% full-time Etsy seller, LL.
Guys, what is up? Welcome to another episode of the Etsy Entrepreneur Podcast. Glad to be back with you guys. It's been a couple of weeks. I know I try to get these podcasts out every single week so that you guys can count on receiving good content and the support that you guys need every week. However, I really kind of fell off track with this Christmas season. Things really kind of blew up on me this Christmas, and it's been a little chaotic. Blew up in a good way, rather. Sales and stuff like that have really been doing really well, and I've been scrambling to get orders out in time with my own Etsy shop. So I apologize for not getting more podcasts out there this month. But yeah, like I said, it's been really crazy. I always say it's a good problem to have. If you are really struggling to keep up with orders and having to worry about finding help or getting people to help you get your orders out on time, that it's a problem nonetheless, but it's a great problem to have. So hopefully a lot of you guys are having that same problem. I know it's been hit or miss this year with Etsy and sales and marketing and stuff like that. My advice to you would just be not to give up. A lot of people, there's a lot of negativity out there with people selling where they're starting a shop and they're not selling right away, or they've been selling for a while and their sales are dipping. My advice is don't give up on your shop. Don't give up on what you started. Remember why you started your shop to begin with, and just keep fighting. A lot of people, what they do is they start their shop, sales start dipping, or they're not getting sales, so they don't do anything. They just, they'll complain or just wonder what's happening, but they don't do any research. They don't try new things. They don't go out and get advice or help from other people that have been there and that have done it. So I would advise you guys just not to give up. Any business is a fight, right? You can't, you start a brick and mortar business, you start an e-commerce business, whatever business you guys start, you're going to hit roadblocks down the way. So the people that are the most successful are those that don't give up, try new stuff, listen to podcasts such as this, buy resources or look for resources to get help with their stuff. So that's my advice to you guys with what's going on this year and this holiday season. So I got another good podcast for you guys planned. What I want to talk about, and I get this question asked a lot, is what are some good third-party tools or resources that I can use to help my Etsy shop? Whether it be helping your Etsy shop grow, be more successful, or just with organization or just tools to better your Etsy shop that just kind of make your life a little bit easier. Now, I'm going to warn you, I'm going to go over some good tools, some tools that I've used. I only talk about stuff that I use. I don't like talking about stuff that I have no idea. I'm not going to recommend something that I haven't used before because it may be garbage. So I don't want to recommend garbage to you guys. I'm only going to recommend stuff that I've used and have experience with. So I'm not the type of person to give you guys a tool that I have no idea what it is. So I'm going to warn you though. It's really easy to go down the shiny ball object syndrome, where you're getting some new shiny tools to use, and you're chasing these tools, and it's really going to start to take away from your business. So just keep in mind, don't try all this stuff at once. Think about your business, where you're at in your business, and if you need to implement some of these tools. If you're just starting out, don't worry about any of this stuff. Get your business established first before you look for other resources, because a lot of people they kill their momentum with their business because they're spending time learning these tools or using these tools when they should be spending time focusing on their shop and their business. All right, so keep that in mind. You don't want to chase a new shiny tool every week and it takes away from your business. And I know it's hard to do. I do it myself all the time. So, it's a hard thing to do. I don't want to be hypocritical, but I've done the same thing. That's why I know it's vital not to do it. So I try to really kind of refrain even now from finding all these new tools, because it's just one of those things there's a lot out there. You don't know which ones work, which ones don't work. So it's a really easy thing to do. So just keep that in mind as I'm talking about these tools and you guys are kind of looking at them for yourself. So a good place to go, and maybe you've seen it, maybe you haven't, if you go to your Etsy shop and on the left-hand side, there's an integrations tab, or at least that's where it's at when I'm recording this podcast. And the integrations tab is full of third-party tools that really Etsy supports. Well, they don't support them. They allow them to use their API, or Etsy has allowed them to be on their resource page or their integrations page. So Etsy doesn't run them, but they do in whatever you want to call it. They holy crap, I can't my brain is totally fried today. I can't think. They endorse them. That's the word I'm thinking for. Thinking about Jesus. So as you know, as I talked about, my brain is so scrambled from this holiday season. I'm going to need a vacation to kind of step away from things. But anyways, if I could talk and work my way through this podcast for you guys, so hopefully I can get through this for you. So anyways, so that's a good place to go. And a lot of these tools I'm going to talk about are in there. So you can go and check it out. There's a lot more in there that I'm not going to talk about. So just, you can investigate those yourself. But like I said, just don't get overwhelmed. Don't overwhelm yourself. Don't think you need to try all those tools. So the first tool I want to talk about is under it's the marketing section. It's AWeber. It's an email marketing platform, or CRM. So if you guys do any email marketing, if you have customers outside of Etsy, you can use it to market to them. Etsy doesn't allow you to market to its own customers unless they opt in. So AWeber does allow you to set that up where they can opt in and then you can market to them. But you cannot send emails to people that buy from you just outright. So be careful. That's against Etsy's policies. But AWeber is a good CRM to start from. It's relatively inexpensive, but if you have other websites that you work from and you collect emails, you have newsletters and stuff like that, AWeber is great. You can link to those. You can link to opt-in forms and stuff like that. So it's pretty easy to use. There's a lot of videos out there to help you get the support and get your questions answered. So I would recommend that one, especially if you're starting out and you're kind of new to the whole email marketing stuff. But it's important as you go along your journey, if you're really thinking about growing your business seriously, to start getting customer emails, collecting emails, and just collect a following. Whether you're doing it on social media, you should also be doing it on email marketing as well. It's still really important to most businesses. You need emails for everything. It's not going away. You may hear that it's going away. It's not going away. You need emails. Every big company uses email marketing still. It's far and above the highest converting resource out there compared to like social media and stuff like that. So email marketing is very important. The next one I want to talk about is for SEO and keywords. So there's two main ones out there. There's eRank and then there's Marmalade. Both of them allow you to really find additional keywords and keyword brainstorm stuff for your listings. So they're both pretty good. I like eRank better than Marmalade. I've used them both. I just think eRank has a better selection of keywords and keyword ideas to help you guys out. Marmalade, a lot of times especially if you're selling similar products, a lot of times the same keywords come up. So what they both do is they have a search bar and you put in whatever keyword you want to look for. So if you put in coat or jacket, and it'll give you related keywords to that keyword. So it's just different variations explaining the same thing. Sometimes there'll be stuff in there that's not related at all. Sometimes there will be stuff that is related. But it's a good resource to give you ideas I don't always like to start with those resources first when thinking about keywords. I like to try and take a step back and think how the customer is searching for my item. And then if I run into roadblocks or I need additional ideas, then I go to those resources. Because a lot of times what happens is people rely solely on those keywords search databases, and then their listings all end up being the same, or they're putting in keywords that are more algorithm friendly, but not necessarily customer friendly. So maybe it looks good on the surface, but the customers aren't finding your listing, or there's not enough customers and stuff like that. So just keep that in mind. You don't want it to be the end all be all tool that you're using. You want to still come at your SEO like a customer, like a real person. So just keep that in mind as you're using these SEO tools. They are a good resource. They are helpful, but it should never be the end all be all of the only thing that you're using to come up with keywords. So the next one I want to talk about is Vela, VELA. So this is a good tool for mass or bulk changes in your shop. So if you want to change a bunch of listings, you want to change all their titles at once, all your descriptions at once, pricing, stuff like that. You can pretty much bulk change anything. So it's a great tool to use. It's really super user friendly. It flows nicely. And I know Etsy has made some bulk changes where if you go into your listings, you can make bulk changes in there now, and they're continually adding things that you can bulk change. But Vela still has a lead on that as far as additional stuff that you can do bulk changes with. So it's a great resource just to help you save time if you want to make bulk changes to a lot of your listings at once. So the integration is seamless. If, like I said, it's a great resource to use. I've used it for quite some time. So I would definitely check that out if you have a lot of listings, especially, and you make a lot of bulk changes. Another one is QuickBooks. That is a good integration with your Etsy, so you can import all of your Etsy, what you're spending with Etsy, what you're making. Come tax time, if you are filing taxes, it does make organizing that a little bit easier. So I would definitely recommend that. You can link up your Etsy shop. You can link up different credit cards, business credit cards that you're using, different accounts that you're using, and then you can sort all that stuff out to help you get your expenses in order come tax time. So it's a great tool to help you save a lot of time. I used to do all that stuff manually, which is crazy to think about now. Go in and figure out everything manually and add up my totals and stuff. So QuickBooks does add is a real time saver, and you can export all that stuff into TurboTax if you do your taxes yourself, or you can just download it and give it to your tax guy. So depending on if you're filing taxes, depending on how your shop's doing, I believe it's still 200 sales or $20,000, whatever you hit first, you'll get a 1099. I think that's what it is. Still, I haven't checked that in a while, so don't quote me on that, but it's something like that. And Etsy will let you know if you meet that benchmark where they have to give you a 1099. So they'll either mail it to you, or this year they actually are doing digital 1099s, which is pretty cool. So you can opt in to get a digital 1099 as well. So just keep that in mind. If you hit those benchmarks, you'll get a 1099. You'll have to do claim that revenue on your taxes. So it'll make your life a little bit easier though. The next resource I want to talk about is Canva.com, Canva.com. This is a good resource for if you want to do your own editing of your logo, your banner images, stuff like that. If you need other images or logos, it's really easy to use. It's free. The editing is pretty seamless. There's already templates in there if you want specific dimensions for an image. Your banner size is a specific dimension, so you can set that up and import your images in there. Or if you want to do a Facebook post, there's already a template in there. Whatever you guys want, it's really easy to use, super seamless, easy to download the stuff, and super easy to use. So I would use that. I've used that for quite some time to edit stuff and do logos and stuff like that. Another third-party application I'm going to use, if you guys do social media, posts and stuff like that, you can use later.com, which later.com. It lets you schedule your posts. Again, it's super easy to use. You can link it to Facebook, Instagram. I think they have Pinterest now as well. I think they just rolled out Pinterest. So it's nice where you can bulk schedule stuff. So if you want to, so you don't have to stop what you're doing every day and do a post. You can bulk schedule for that week, that month, however long out you want to bulk schedule your social media posts. So you can bulk schedule it all at one time, then automatically post for you. So you can stay more consistent with your social media and growing your social media following as well. So that's what I like about it. Again, super easy to use. There's a ton of these. There's a ton of the social media stuff out there as far as postings and stuff like that. And I've used a couple. They're all pretty good. I can't remember why I switched to later, but I like it, and it's pretty good. I think it's just really easy to use. That's what I liked about it. But there's a bunch out there. Maybe you guys use other ones. That's the one that I use. Just makes my life a little bit easier. So those are the main third-party tools that I've used and I would recommend. Like I said, there's a lot out there, but just don't get overwhelmed. Don't feel the need to try all that stuff at once. It'll take away from your business. The other thing I want to talk to you guys about, I'd be remiss if I didn't answer or if I didn't offer you guys my third-party tool, which is my Etsy Entrepreneur Masterclass that I just rolled out not too long ago. So what I did was put all the strategies, tools, techniques, stuff like that I've used to grow my Etsy business the last several years consistently. I put that all into this masterclass for you guys into simple modules, simple, easy to follow modules. So it has everything from advanced SEO, testing, finding the right audience, bundle strategies, variation strategies, revenue strategies, shipping strategies. I talk more about different tools that I use and stuff like that. Basically, it's all geared to traffic and sales. It's the most common question I get. How do I increase my traffic and sales? So what I did was create this masterclass to answer those questions specifically. So it's all the real strategies, the real things that I do in my shop to grow my sales, grow my revenue year over year. Consistently the last 3 years, I've hit over 6 figures in my shops. So I put all that stuff in this class to show you guys exactly what to do. No fluff. It's all exactly what I do. Most of it is step-by-step walkthrough where you can actually see what I'm doing, how I do it. I'm a visual learner, so that's the way that I like to teach as well. So I wanted to show you exactly what I'm doing in this traffic and sales masterclass. I've also included a community help form element in this. So what I found, and I've taken classes and stuff like that in the past, what I found was I had additional questions or I needed additional help that I could not get. So I wanted to include this element to give you guys that additional resource, support, guidance, where you can go in if you have a question about the class, you have a question about your specific Etsy shop, you can ask that question anytime throughout the day, and I will go in and answer it. I answer questions every day. I give people whatever they need. If you want to strategize with me about your shop, you want to ask specific questions about your shop, or in general about Etsy, I'm there to give you that guidance and support. So I wanted to include that element as well, so that you guys can not only get the masterclass, you can watch those courses as many times as you need, you can also get the support and guidance that you need as well, to help you guys grow your shop so that you're not alone, you're working with somebody, you feel like you're growing your shop with somebody and you're getting that help and support that you guys need. So I wanted to make sure to give you guys that in there. So right now I am giving that to you guys for $19 a month. Cancel anytime, risk-free. So there's a link in the show notes or in the description below where you guys can get that the $19 cost until January 15th is what I'm going to run that to. So normally it's $49. I want to give it to you guys so you can start the new year off right for $19. Go in there, check it out. You want to keep it for a week and then cancel? That's fine. You want to keep it for a couple of months, then cancel? That's fine too. So as long as you need those courses and help support with the help forum, you guys will have access to it at that price point. I just want to make sure to give you guys those resources for as long as you need them. So some people have been with me for quite some time. Some people stay in, get everything they need, and then they go within a month or so. So it's all about what you guys need, what support you guys need, what questions you have. The nice thing is too, I will add new courses in there. So if you stay in, you'll keep access to what's already in there, and then any new course strategies or courses based on new strategies, I will add them in there, and you'll keep access to those, and you'll get notifications when those are included. So also, if you're in there and you need something that I don't have, I'd be happy to consider making a course for you, because chances are that will help other people as well. So just keep that in mind. The link is going to be in the show notes. The link's going to be in the description. I just wanted to mention that for you guys so that you could take advantage of it for the new year, get the strategies, get the help, get the support that you guys need to grow your Etsy shop. I'm there to help you. I want to show you the way. I want you guys to be successful. That's the whole reason why I do this stuff. That's why I do the podcast. That's why I have these additional resources that I'm working on. Spend a lot of time doing this stuff, but I want to be able to share it with you guys, and I want you to be successful as well. A lot of you guys make some awesome stuff out there. So you deserve to be successful. You deserve to give the stuff to your customers. Your customers deserve to get your products. So check it out. Hope to see you in there. Hopefully you guys got a lot out of these resources. I wish you guys all a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to you as well. I will check back with you really soon. I promise it won't be several weeks before I release another podcast for you guys. I'm recovering slowly but surely from the holiday rush. So I'm getting energized again. I'm getting ready to go. I'm getting ready to kill it for 2020. It's going to be a big year. I want to make sure that it's going to be a big year for you guys as well. So until next time, have an awesome rest of your day.